is I didn't connect with those individuals. Connecting with your audience is critical. You're going to connect with those people when you draw them in to you and make them a part of your presentation. The you-focused question, the dialogue, the story, whatever it takes to draw them in and make them a part of your presentation. You must connect with people. As the speaker, make eye contact. Have you noticed how many of you I have made absolutely direct eye contact with? Connect with your audience. Having an excellent structure is essential. But connecting with them on each of your points is critical to your success of conveying each point. Q&A. How many times have you seen an amateur speaker end with Q&A? Do you know why you don't want to do that? People remember the first thing they hear and the last thing they hear. You want your walk-away message to be your main point, to be exactly what you came to deliver in that speech. You do not want it to be a rogue, off-the-wall, perhaps totally off the subject question or comment. Place your Q&A after your last main point and before your summary. Because your summary is going to be the walk-away message you want them to remember and repeat. Timelines. If you have a 45-minute workshop session, as we do right now, your opening should be about 2 minutes. And this is important for your structure. Your opening is about 2 minutes. You're going to have time for 3 main points of 10 minutes each. You're now at 32 minutes. You're going to need about 10 minutes for Q&A and the inevitable paperwork. We do have evaluation forms. And about 3 minutes for your conclusion. There's your 45 minutes. If you're doing a keynote instead of a workshop, you will have time for 4 main points instead of 3, because you will not have a Q&A session or the paperwork in the middle of your presentation the way you do in a workshop. Does that give you good ideas on how to structure and time your presentation to be its most effective? Has anyone ever taught you any of this before? Snippets. It's important to have a really effective structure to your speeches. This will work regardless of your topic, regardless of your length of time. Make certain you develop your longer speeches in 10-minute segments for main points. I have been in situations where I had planned an hour keynote and the wheels came off of their schedule. And all of a sudden, I had 40 minutes. Or I had planned a 40-minute, and all of a sudden they said, well, so-and-so was to give this report and they didn't show up, so you have 75 minutes. Okay. You have extra 10-minute segments on the emergency backup list. You flow with it, you're ready, you can do it. If you have planned those, you'll be fine. Now, Lily uses PowerPoint in some of her presentations. It isn't a question of if technology will fail, it's a question of when. Know your presentation, know your structure, know your format so carefully that if technology fails, you're still fine. Go right on. You could do yours without a blink. If technology fails, you know your material, you could go right on. It's interesting that people will forget your main points unless they can tie it to something in their memory bank, in their experience, in their learning. I want you to tie it to that beautiful woman. Remember how she caught your eye? Remember how she captivated your attention and she awakened and encompassed all your senses? When you incorporate all 5 senses in your stories, you will reach every type of learner a little more effectively. Some people are auditory. How many do you learn by listening? Show of hands. Okay. Do you learn as a visual learner? Do you learn by seeing? Or are you kinesthetic? You learn by doing. Toastmasters teaches you to speak by speaking. You learn by doing. Do you learn to ride a bicycle by a book or by doing? By doing, certainly. Most kids in America learn to ride a bicycle at 3, 4, maybe 5 at the most, right? Not me. I grew up on a Kansas farm. We lived on what they called a gravel road. Truthfully, it's orange and grapefruit sized rocks. That is not the surface to learn to ride a bicycle. I rode a horse. So I learned to ride a bicycle as a mature adult. I'm already a married lady with a baby boy. Come with me now to Sioux City, Iowa. It's a beautiful blue sky, sunny day. There's the aroma of lilacs in the air. The Jankowski boys, my next door neighbors, decided to teach me how to ride a bicycle. The Jankowski boys are aged 5 to 10. Do you know how fearless 5 to 10-year-old boys can be? They said, "Now, Mrs. Love, it's no problem." They have me at the top of the They said, "Just hold on to the handlebars, point the bicycle downhill, and the speed will keep you up." Have you ever been so scared? You are so far out of your comfort zone, you can't even see the edges of it anymore? That's where I was. Okay, here we go. They gave me a push. I'm going faster and faster and faster and faster. You know those cartoons where your face is all eyes because you're so scared? My body is screaming. And not a sound is coming out until hip curve over the handlebars can hear the Angoski boys laughing hysterically at the top of the hill. And they go, oh, no, this is Mrs. Love. What if she's hurt? They come running down the hill. Mrs. Love, are you okay? Are you hurt? Are you mad at us? No, Eric. Your jeans are a mess. I'm not mad at you. But next time, do you mind if we start on the flat at the top of the cul-de-sac instead of the steep hill? You mean you'll do it again? Go back through. Can you see the beautiful blue sky, sunny day? Can you detect the aroma of lilac in the air? Can you see my cartoon face that's all eyes? Can you feel that death grip on the handlebars? Can you taste the dirt and weeds as I crash into the ditch? Can you hear the Yankowski boys laughing at the top of the hill? Will you remember how to incorporate the five senses into your story to make your story come alive? How much will that enhance your memory of that story because it had the five senses? We talked about the different types of learners. The auditory will hear the dialogue and the story. The visual learner, because vivid word pictures were painted, will see the scene. The kinesthetic will remember their own time of learning to ride a bicycle. You will incorporate your learning styles, and you will bring your story to life by having the five senses. No matter what your story, do your best to incorporate all five senses. Think how you can do that to make your point a little more clear and to help them remember your story and remember your point. Another technique is to be able to touch the emotions. A really good story will touch your head to make you think, your heart to make you feel, your funny bone to make you laugh, and give you a strong walk away message. In that story, did you think about your own time when you learned to ride a bicycle? Could you feel the Yankowski boys' mirth and then concern when they were scared I might really be hurt? Did it make you laugh? Could you see that cartoon face? Did it make you laugh? And did it give you a message about stretching out of your own comfort zone to do something even though you were scared to do it? Incorporate the emotion and the five senses. When I had Mountain Castles, Kim Brazelton was a wild child. She had flaming red hair, and she loved to party. Kim lived in Craig. Have you been to Steamboat? Are you familiar that Craig is 40 miles away from Steamboat? She drove her old clunker back and forth to work every day. Kim was one of my housekeepers, young Catholic. No matter what, she made it to work on time. Maybe not the best of shape, but she made it to work on time and she did a good job. She drove that old clunker, and she never had any money. She was always borrowing lunch money. She was always borrowing money for gas to feed that old clunker. But somehow, she always made it, until one day the clunker died. It wasn't worth repairing, and she didn't have money to repair it anyway. The good news was the ski area ran a bus in between Steamboat and Craig every day. Bad news? Bus stop was a mile from Kim's home. Do you know how much snow we get in Steamboat? Craig? Somehow, she made it to the bus, made it to work every day. And one day she came in and she said, Elaine, I know you're buying a new housekeeping truck. And I've been driving that one for a year. I know it. I want to buy that truck. Kim, we have a problem. First of all, you have no money. Second of all, honey, with your credit, you couldn't apply and qualify for the down payment on a free lunch. How are you going to buy this truck? She said, I want it. I said, okay, what are you willing to do? I'll do anything. I really want to do it. Kim, that's a pretty big sacrifice. It means you're really going to have to change your behavior. You're going to have to stretch out of that comfort zone and give up a lot of partying in order to have the money to do this. I really want it. I really, really want it. I said, okay. I took a CD and the title of the truck, and we went to the bank. And I said, Kim, you set the length of time for the loan. You set the amount you're going to pay back monthly. Here's your chance to build your credit rating. Here's your chance to buy the truck. But it's up to you to do it. She said she'd pay it back in 2 years. Didn't make 2 years. Didn't make 2.5. But eventually, she paid it back. Do you know how proud she felt? For the first time in her life, she had really stretched out of her comfort zone. Did something really important for her own future. Did it touch your head to make you think when someone helped you or when you could help someone else? Did it touch your heart to feel her pride and accomplishment? Did it make you laugh when you thought about the wild, red-haired party girl? Did it give you a walk-away message about helping other people and about stretching out of your comfort zone? Touch your audience emotions. Touch their head to make them think, their heart to make them feel, their funny bone to make them laugh, and give them a strong walk